All right. Well, yeah. Yeah. You do want to make this quick because you have to start and everything. So I'm pretty sure you want to start already.
Yeah. But before we start, I need to make a few corrections from the previous episode.
Yeah. So do I, kind of.
Oh,
But go
shit.
go on first. Well, yeah.
Alright.
Go on first.
Firstly, I found out that Ezra Miller, I'm pretty sure I referred to them as he. I found out they actually, ever since from Wikipedia, they go by they, them, ever since December. And as a fellow non-binary, I felt bad that I didn't know that.
Oh,
But
alright.
also, their behavior was incredibly terrible. And it's, their terrible behavior resembles a stereotypical man. But I still feel bad for it. But I guess
I get it.
kudos to them for not conforming to gender stereotypes and giving a community that isn't discriminated against in any way, shape, or form a bad name. I think that's great.
Oh yeah, but his personality shows that. Sorry, I use his and not them. Their personality. Yeah, I didn't know this. So from now on, I will.
Yeah.
Cool. Anything else?
Yeah, I have another correction about the newsroom. I said that the final season aired in 2015. It actually aired in 2014. I mixed that up because I was also watching the HBO show Looking, which did have its final season premiere in 2015 and was also cancelled. And that was the second thing I got wrong about the newsroom, is that it wasn't actually cancelled. It has a very nice definitive ending. But as I said last episode, this show has for some reason been left in the dirt despite how amazing it is, that the first result on Google, when you search if it's been cancelled, says that it was cancelled.
Oh,
People
really?
care so little about the show that the top result on Google is incorrect. So, yeah. It turns out Aaron Sorkin was just like, this is a lot of work to write this many episodes that are 50 minutes long.
All right. Well, a friend of mine gave me some constructive criticism, and I do wanna let her know that I've heard about it. Well, I agree. We did not mention spoiler alert when we talk about Morbius. I did excuse myself by saying that we were just talking. Like, I didn't think that we were gonna use it in the podcast itself. Therefore, I did not say spoiler alert. Any moment we should be aware that to say spoiler alert, because you might not care, I might not care sometimes, depending on what content we might be talking about. But some other people do, So we gotta be mindful about that.
I just figured because it was Morbius.
Yeah, I know. That's also like
all I see on Reddit is people just taking the piss out of it.
Yeah, and the second weekend box office has dropped immensely. So, yeah, should we just move on to scrolling by?
Yeah, let's do that. Do you want to explain it this week? Because I did it last week.
Nah, my mouth is really dry. I'm gonna drink some water while you explain it. I'm sorry.
All right. Well,
I'm still sick. Which,
really?
by the way,
Fuck.
Yeah, I am, and you have cut it out from the last episode. I had to explain my friends I was sick, and they were like, "Oh yeah, I can tell," because they know my voice.
Oh yeah, I should have said that in a correction actually. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Joe last episode was sick, and you mentioned it so many times.
I think I've only mentioned it 3 times.
No, you mentioned it at least 4 times.
Oh my god. Okay. Fine.
And because I edited like half of it one day and came back to it the next day, and I cut it out like the first 2 times because I knew that you referenced it later, and then by the time I did it the next day, I forgot that I cut it out the first few times you said it and assumed that I didn't.
Yeah, but
which is wrong.
What would you edit it out the first times I said it instead of like? Shouldn't it be better if I said it at first?
Yeah, that's
so
a good
the
point.
Audience, but all right, whatever. It's an honest mistake.
Anyway, so scrolling by, that is essentially how most people get their news nowadays. We don't really read newspapers. We just get our news by reading a headline on Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, whatever. We don't actually read the full article. So what we do in this segment is we pick a maximum of 3 news stories from the past 2 weeks, say the headline, and then the other person decides if we should actually have a discussion about it.
I mean, you explain it, so maybe I'll start with the first one. Cool. All right. The headline should be something like Warner Brothers is really expanding their universe on HBO Max beyond the DC content.
Okay, yeah, what is that? Yeah, let's talk about it.
Sherlock Holmes, the Guy Ritchie films.
Oh fuck, I think I did hear about that. Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
and RDJ is actually like producing it or something?
Yeah, he's executive producing
Yeah.
the show, yeah. But that's all I know. That's all there is about it. I don't know how much more to discuss from it. I don't think you like the movies, do you?
I think the last time I saw one of the RDJ ones was like our teacher was absent, and so we just got sent to the main hall and they just put one of the Sherlock Holmes movies on. I can't even remember which one it was. And that was like 5 years ago maybe.
Anyways, moving on. Did you go next?
Yeah, right before we started recording, I realized that there were no news stories that interested me, and so I quickly just went on r/movies. So the only one that I actually give a shit about from the past 2 weeks is that pretty much like just a whole huge list of people have been added to the Barbie movie by Greta Gerwig, which I'm pretty sure is also co-written by Noah Baumbach.
It is.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about the new cast members?
Yeah, yes. Such an odd movie. Like, what's coming from this?
I think like the first one I saw was that Emma Mackey joined, which makes sense because she looks a lot like Margot Robbie. But then also Issa Rae, who I like, and Michael Cera is in it as well, and Harry Neff.
I did not hear that one.
Yeah,
I did not hear that one. Michael Cera's in it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And Harry Neff joined the cast like literally less than a day ago. Will Ferrell's in it as well.
Yeah, but wait, there was this one. Who was supposed to be Kenny?
Oh, isn't it Ryan Gosling, right?
Yeah. There you go. My bad. All right, go on. And Will Ferrell. This cast is so odd. Everything is odd about this movie, honestly.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, keep going.
No. Go on.
I just double checked, and Alexandra Shipp is in it. She's in a bunch of things. She's pretty great. Kate McKinnon's also in it. Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah.
So
okay.
interesting
Yeah.
cast. And interesting
people behind.
Yeah, exactly. Because
the camera as well, like
they're incredibly talented filmmakers. Like,
exactly.
and they work really well as a writing duo. It's just,
I know.
I don't know. Like, is this actually gonna be good? Is it not just gonna be an advert for Barbies, or is it gonna be like hopefully?
I feel like they're. I'm sorry for cutting you off. I was
just
gonna say I think they're only gonna use the name of Barbie to sell tickets, kind of like Joker did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. Surely it's gonna end up being subversive. Like, there's no way it's just gonna be a straight up Barbie film, because Barbie is, I mean, it's quite problematic.
Yeah.
And like, is it gonna be like the Lego Movie? Is that why they got Will Ferrell?
Spoiler
alert for the Lego Movie. At the end, it turns out that it's just these two people playing with figurines, and Will Ferrell's like, no! Don't move the fucking Lego thing! Are they just gonna do that again?
I mean, no, I don't think so. That would be too obvious.
Exactly, that's my point. Like, they either have to do something like really out of the box, or it's just gonna be Lego Movie but with Barbie. But yeah, anyway, you got another news story?
Yeah, well, I'm like, I don't want to just give one.
Right.
It's a really simple one. Just this movie by Chris McKay, where our favorite human being is cast in Ben Shorts, has just wrapped filming. It's called Renfield, and that's about it. Like, nothing to discuss there. I mean, I could tell you more people who are working in it, but yeah.
Right. I just googled that. Yeah. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I saw that on Instagram actually. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I got the news from. Just I follow him, so
yeah, same.
He said
I follow Aquafina as well. They both posted it. No, I don't really want to talk about that.
Yeah, me neither, because I have nothing to say.
Yeah.
About it, but one thing though, is Chris McKay related to Adam McKay?
I'm gonna say no, but I'll just double check.
All right. I was just curious about it, and I didn't look it up.
I am in a different room, which means I'm also using an old mechanical keyboard, and it's really loud. So just forgive it. Chris McKay related Adam McKay. Alright, well, it's got 0 results, so...
Alright, then I guess not. Alright, cool. Well, funny enough that you mentioned Emma Macquarie, I do have one thing on Lousing Around that she's involved in. Should we just move on to that?
Yeah, let's move on. you want me to explain it again?
Sure, I guess.
Yeah, anyway, it's called Lousing Around. We were both like, oh my god, that's a genius name, because when a lot of the time people have to do something, but they put that off because they're like, oh, I don't want to do something. And then they do something else. And that something else could be watching a film, playing a video game, watching a TV show, listening to music, reading a book like a little nerd, whatever.
Or even listening to a podcast like you are.
Yes. Yes, I've been listening to the Always Sunny podcast. I finally caught up, and it's really, really funny. Do you want to start? What do you got?
I mean, we're gonna talk about How I Met Your Mother. That's technically what we thought of the main focus, kind of, for the episode. But that's later on.
All right.
But thankfully, you just reminded me by saying that It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia podcast. You just reminded me of something would like to discuss with you. And I think it should be in Lousing Around. I don't know where else we could discuss it, actually.
Are you talking about Mythic Quest?
No, I'm talking about... Yeah, I'm sorry. I did tell you I was going to talk about Mythic Quest this week. I decided not to because I really want to wait until you watch it.
Okay.
So we can both talk about it. Honestly, I don't want to spoil anything. It's not like this big reveals kind of deal, but like I still would like to talk about it when you know what I'm talking about as well.
Yeah, it's... Once I finish...
With Severance?
No, Severance is my midday show. Once I finish Barry, because I'm rewatching Barry.
Where are you in Barry?
I finished season 1 2 days ago, and I'm just giving it a little break because of homework.
Got it.
But yeah, I forgot how fucking, like, episode 7 of season 1 is just amazing. I remember watching it for the first time. I was just, oh my god.
Is it the one where he has that one line he has to deliver to her?
Yeah.
And he cries because he's... Okay, that one. Yeah, that... Oh my god.
But no, anyway, once I finish rewatching Barry, Mythic Quest is going to become my nighttime show, yeah. What was the show you were going to talk about?
Oh, well, no, yeah, this whole thing started because I was telling you thank you for reminding me by telling me that you've been listening to the podcast of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And you said Mythic Quest, and then I said nothing, and then we went through the whole thing. Yeah, then nobody's gonna hear
10 minutes talking about Barry. I must really cut it out.
Yeah, but I was just gonna say, it's not something it's more of a statement. I don't know what it is. It's just I've noticed that many sitcoms has come back through podcast. Like actors that have been in their sitcoms have come back and they're doing a rewatch. And I'm kind of like waiting for How I Made Your Mother cast to do it as well.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
Especially
which
because
is sad.
I feel like literally every episode would just be them apologizing for how problematic it is.
It's not that problematic.
When was the last time you saw it?
I've seen a few episodes.
It's terrible.
I've seen a few episodes preparing for this specific episode podcast. It is problematic, but it makes sense to their... I mean, look, if the Scrubs people can go through it, these guys can do it as well.
Oh,
Scrubs is more problematic.
Well. I didn't know they were...
Yeah, they are. That's what I'm telling you. There's an abundance of people who are doing this.
Well, I know
Scrubs,
like Parks and
New
Recollection, Girl. Office
Yeah,
Ladies.
Parks and Rec, The Office. And all of them. Mythic Quest even has a podcast as well. The Questies Besties. And I'm listening to it. Yeah. It's just crazy.
Right, so
there's a lot of money going on, I guess.
One of your things for Lousing Around was just an observation.
Yeah, an observation. I don't know.
Right.
It's just, I think it's crazy and like, I kind of like it, but it's also scary. Like, I don't know. It's just observation I wanted to point out, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know, I like it, but also there's only so many podcasts I can listen to as well as shows I can, like, it takes up a lot of time.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Anyway, I did, finally, I was able to watch Worst Person in the World. My cinema did a one-night showing.
Right.
But I'm not going to talk about it, because I really want to rewatch it. I have a strong feeling I'm going to make a video about it.
Alright.
But I really, really liked it, and that was a shock.
Yeah.
It's actually a really good film. Just like
yeah.
And
sorry,
I don't know what won because I really didn't pay attention to the Oscars this year, and even if I did, everything was overshadowed by a slap. But like, it should have won best screenplay, I reckon. If it didn't,
I don't know what movie actually won for that one.
yeah, I don't even know what was nominated. But yeah, anyway. So the main thing I'm going to talk about is I finally played through Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. I picked it up on PS4 right before it because if you don't know, they re-released it on PS5 in a bundle, and I didn't know that. Well, when I bought it on PS4, I didn't know I was going to later buy a PS5 2 months later. But if you have Uncharted 4, because Lost Legacy was just DLC for Uncharted 4, you can get the remastered bundle for only 10 quid. I didn't know that. I thought I was being smart by getting the PS4 physical version because they had pulled the digital version from the store for £16. Right. But anyway, I prefer that because it's only 30 frames per second, the PS4 version, which is more cinematic than the PS5 60 frames per second version. Anyway, it's pretty much just Uncharted 4. Like, the gameplay is exactly the same. They added one new mechanic, which is lock picking. It was quite short because it was only DLC. It was only 9 chapters, while the other games are 20. But it's, quality over quantity. It did a really good job at characterizing 2 characters that I don't think anyone really gave a shit about before this game came out. And, I don't know if this is going to be the last Uncharted game. I hope it is, because I want them to move on to new things. But, because it was quite a nice fan servicey ending. Definitely don't write it off because it's a spin-off. If you've played the other 4 games, I reckon.
I kind of find it interesting how you mentioned that you do like the fact that you did it this way, because on the PS4 is 30 frames per second and that's more cinematic. Because as we most likely all know, 24 frames per second is the standard for cinema.
Yeah,
movies.
Actually, it's 23.976. Actually,
God damn it! Fuck off. You know what? Never mind. I'll move on to my thing then.
Yeah.
As I said earlier, MMK was in this project that I wanted to talk about for a moment. It's Death on the Nile.
Oh, where the film where everyone has been cancelled since it was filmed 10 years ago.
At first, I was confused as to why was it called Death on the Nile, making it a little bit hard for really common people to understand that it was a sequel to more Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah, have you seen that one?
I've seen that one.
Right.
I don't know what it was about that one movie. I think it was the blue color palette or something. I didn't like it as much. I think it was also the ending that turned me off for that one. So why the hell did I check the second one? Because it was on Disney Plus and I had nothing else to do.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons. I was confused about one thing though, and it was the cast.
Uh-huh.
I was expecting more of a star cast.
It's a big cast. There's
Not really. I mean, compared to Murder on the Orient Express.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like with this one, it's kind of just for leftovers.
Yeah, it felt smaller when I thought it was gonna be bigger. Anyways, I think Emma McKay did a great performance. She gave a great, and also I did not recognize her. Like the production itself, the makeup and all those crews that are in charge of that, to make it look like in the 70s.
Yeah,
I think that's where it's set. Yeah, they did a great job. Oh yeah, I'm gonna brag about this. I also figured out who was the murderer again. Yes, again. Honestly, but I think it was obvious,
Right.
But yeah, I don't have anything else to say. I liked it. It was nice. I will later on write a review on Letterboxd. I am back on my reviews on Letterboxd, to be honest.
Yeah, you figured out what your password was. But yeah, I guess that leads us into the main topic that you wanted to talk about, even though I was the one that was watching it. Pretty much in December. It was right before No Way Home came out. Pretty much I have a morning show, a midday show, and a nighttime show. I have 3 shows that I each watch 1 episode of a day, and I needed a new morning show in December. I decided to rewatch How I Met Your Mother, as it was one of my favorite shows growing up. I last saw it 2017, and season 1 was really great. I actually broke my rule and watched more than 1 episode on a few occasions. And season 2 was also pretty good. And then beyond that, no, there were some good episodes in season 3, but beyond that, it just gets really boring and shit. And so I stopped watching it about a week ago, I think, and started rewatching Succession instead. And now that's my morning show.
Did you get past season 5? Because well, for the audience,
yes,
you let me know about rewatching this, and I've seen this show so fucking many times. Sorry for that word right there; it wasn't necessary, but still, I saw it so many times that I'm like, we should talk about this. I love this show. I have a pretty good recollection. I don't need to actually go through watching it. As long as you rewatch it, we can talk about it quite freely. And I told you to let me know as soon as you get to the Suits episode, the musical one, which it was the 100th one. I knew that for a fact, for you to warn me about it, and so we could do the podcast, and that's why we're talking about it right now. Did you, after that episode, see anything else?
Yeah, I think I ended after... It was either episode 4 or episode 3 of season 6. The last episode title I remember was Unfinished, and I can't even remember what happened in the episode.
That's quite ironic.
I was just about to say, quite ironic. I couldn't be bothered after that episode. How do you want to start talking about this?
Before starting, I would actually like to go take a bathroom break.
Are you serious?
A lot of water. And my bladder, you know how small it is. I've shown it to you through many pictures.
What?
First of all, full spoilers, I think, right? Because
oh yeah,
so are we gonna?
I guess.
This?
I mean, it's funny because, like, I don't know, streaming has really changed how we watch stuff. Because, like, you don't just start jumping in at, like, season 7 of How I Met Your Mother, even though that's what I would have done as a little kid, just watching TV.
Right.
I caught up by just watching old reruns, and, like, and I could always tell what season it was by everyone's hair.
Right. Yeah. I guess if I haven't mentioned it before, which how I bump into this show was basically through TV networks,
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I was raised by sitcoms. Fun fact. No, yeah, and I'm not joking to you. It has actually messed me up quite a lot.
No, I'm the same kind of, yeah.
Yeah, because sometimes I just do things that it's normal in a sitcom or even charming, but it's not in real life.
Yeah.
Moving on from that, I've seen at least the first 4 seasons. Each episode, I've seen it at least 5 times.
Right.
At least 5 times before I even saw all of them in order. 3 times. I've seen the whole show in order 3 times.
Right. I've seen the whole show in order only once, but I feel like I think I've seen the most of season 2 for some reason.
That's the one that had more reruns.
Yeah. Something about the British public must have really liked that season for some reason.
Yeah.
And also season 8. I've seen a lot of season 8 because they were really
season 8.
They were rerunning that a lot because they were really hyping up the final season.
Well, are we going to talk about the whole show? Because I could, although I
don't mind.
Remember more about. All right. Well, yeah. So I guess spoilers for the whole show.
I can remember main things.
Yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
All right. I remember first season, first episode. We know that Ted gets obsessed over Robin.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
Did I watch the wrong show?
It starts with Robin obsession, and it ends with him actually dating Robin, but it also ends with Marshall being heartbroken.
Yeah.
Because Lily left.
Because Ted is killed. Oh, yeah. Right.
Okay, yeah. You good? You wanna say something about Ted?
Sorry, I just went on my Disney Plus profile. I actually watched up to episode 6 of season 6.
And it is titled Unfinished.
No, I was right. Oh. Episode 3 is unfinished, but I think that really just set something off in my brain because I don't remember watching these other 3 episodes.
Okay.
Episode 6 is called Baby Talk. It's the one where where Marshall and Lily, Lily wants a girl and Marshall wants a boy. But it's quite a problematic episode, actually. What a shock.
Oh wait, I remember now. And they both do methods that supposedly will make you. How is that problematic?
Because Marshall is like, I don't want a girl because she could be a stripper, and it's like, oh wow, you realize that.
Did he say that? Okay,
yeah,
never
because
mind then. Yeah.
It's like this big revelation a lot of men have is they realize that women are humans too once they have a daughter. They're like, oh my god,
right?
I should stop watching porn because this is actually quite abusive and exploitative. It's like, I see that post on Reddit all the fucking time of different men having that realization. But yeah, anyway.
By the end of the second season, they break up.
Yeah.
beginning the third season with them trying to stay friends after the breakup, and with, I believe, the first pop star cameo. Yeah, I think it's the first one.
Spears, right?
No, Britney Spears is not the first one. In the third season, Robin comes back from, what country was it that she comes back from?
Argentina
with
the
do you know who I'm talking about?
Like a kind of
but the guest star. The guest star.
That's a real guy?
Enrique Iglesias.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Oh my god. All right, whatever. He's this pop star singer. Spanish pop star singer.
Oh right.
He has music in English.
I don't really listen to popular music.
Yeah. I'm about to tell you something that you can definitely decide. Well, you know what? No, I'll decide on later on if you can keep it or not.
You killed Ted. Is that what you're about to reveal to us?
Oh my god. How did you know?
Because I helped you. Do you not remember?
No, you see, there's this thing called Severance that.
Oh!
Yeah.
Right.
That I do. Yeah. The creators of the show, they knew the ending by season 2.
Yeah, I know. And surely at one point they must have been like, God, we're really dragging this out, aren't we?
Yeah.
Because
that's the point of sitcoms.
Yeah, I guess, but it's just
money by the 100th episode. I'm sorry for not letting you. Yes, I just wanted to say, I'm pretty sure by the 100th episode you get syndication, and that's what they want.
Yeah, but no, it's just the fact that when I found that out, I was 10, maybe, and I was like, oh, that's cool. They had a clear vision from the beginning, and then I was kind of like, it's kind of stupid they wouldn't change that to suit how the show has progressed.
Exactly.
But, all right, I guess. They could have if they wanted to stick to that ending, they could have at least not shoehorned in 5 different subplots into the very final episode of the show.
Yeah, not only that, but it was the worst decision to make the last season all about the weekend wedding thing with Barney and Robin.
I know, it was just incredibly dragged out, and when I was watching it, as I was either 9 or 10 when it was airing, and I remember watching it week to week and liking it, but when I rewatched it in 2017, I remember just being like, this is not good.
I never thought it wasn't good, but I did remember not loving the latter episodes as much as the former ones, and I always thought it was due to the fact that I have nostalgic factor with the former ones, But it must also be because of the quality. It always goes down if you go for too long.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
It gets too slow.
Well, typically, yeah.
Which is why we're going to be done with this podcast, with this episode. This is our last episode, right?
Yeah, all right. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, even the actual ending itself, which... literally, I remember watching that ending where it's like, okay, Mum dies and also now he with Robin. It literally happens that quickly.
Yeah.
And I remember liking that because, as I said earlier, season 2 is what, for some reason, was on the most in the UK. What I'd seen most from the show was Ted and Robin together, and I really liked that. And so, when the show ended and I was a dumb little 10-year-old or 9-year-old, and he got with Robin, I was like, oh, that's a nice ending. And then I turn around to see my mum and she's just shaking her head and like, oh, that was disappointing. And I was like, what? But he's with Robin again. When I rewatched it 5 years ago, I was just like, I couldn't believe that there are people who have been watching this religiously for the past 9 years and that's the ending they got. Oh my God. And also, Ted and Robin's relationship just isn't the healthiest. I feel like they would have just ended up breaking up after a while anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there's this one YouTube video that I saw. It's in Spanish.
Yeah.
That explains how hypocrite the show can be. Because it tells you, this is the one. But then there's another one. And by the end of the show, what's telling you that this is the last time they're going to get together? Most likely by how it has been going on in the fucking last 9 months. They're always going to break up again.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right, I see your point of view, but happy ending and everything. I mean, believe whatever you want to believe, and move on with your life. What subplot was the weirdest for you? Because we have no fucking structure here, so we're just spitballing.
Yeah.
So I guess I just ask questions. Like, yeah, what subplot was like the oddest one for you?
What do you mean odd? Like, just couldn't
didn't
see
fit.
happening in real. Oh right, couldn't fit.
Like it didn't feel like it was maybe forced.
The Barney and Robin romance, like, I feel like
Barney and Robin.
Yeah, because I feel like because for like all of season 4, they were like setting up that Barney likes Robin and he tells Lily and all that, and then they're together, and the writers quickly realized how boring that is, and so they break them up within like 5 episodes.
Right.
Like it just felt like they were working towards something and then they changed their minds, and so that kind of felt a bit forced in a way. Why? What do you think is the weirdest subplot?
I think the one where Robin is dating her psychologist. It happened later on in the season, so you might not remember.
7?
Yeah, it was around season 7 or 8. Barney and Robin have sex again, even though they're both in a relationship. Barney with Nora, that British girl, and Robin with a psychologist dude.
Right.
And yeah, then they say like, yeah, we love each other, or we have feelings towards each other. Let's break up with our current partners, tell them the truth, and start something together.
Wait, does Robin stay their client even when they're together?
I can't remember actually. I
wouldn't be surprised if they did, because the show is dumb.
It's problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god,
sense.
what really, like, watching this as a queer person, and I hate when queer people say that, but because it's like, you don't speak for the whole community. Shut up. There's so many of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's just so disheartening. Like the amount of like transphobia, like that is like the most hateful thing in the show. And also treatment of lesbians, I'd say. Like it genuinely, like at first watching season 1, I was like, okay, this is from 2005. Like, yeah, I guess it kind of sucks, but after a few seasons, like it genuinely just makes me very, very sad.
Yeah, it's a really straight,
very heteronormative, yeah.
Yeah, cisgender. Okay, what's the saddest moment for you?
I guess it's got to be Lily just ditching Marshall at the end of season 1.
Wow. Well, yeah, it is heartbreaking. Well, there's many ones that you could pick from.
I haven't gotten to this part yet, because I'm pretty sure it happens in season 7, if I remember correctly. But I do remember when I was young being quite sad at Victoria leaving on the bus after, like, they reunite. I remember being quite sad at that.
Okay.
Because Victoria is my favourite of all of Ted's girlfriends.
Wow, interesting. I mean, not gonna lie to you, yeah, Stella fucking goes back with the ex, Zoe, and they broke up because they will always be fighting.
Yeah.
And who else was like a main girlfriend?
Alright, so...
No one else, right? Robin.
Victoria, Robin, Stella...
And Zoe, that's it, right?
Oh, Karen!
Karen?
That was a big one.
Wait, Karen, yeah, that name is familiar.
It was his college girlfriend who was just really just not a nice person at all. Oh, the whole Patrice thing later on.
Patrice. Oh yeah, Patrice! Damn it, Patrice!
Was that season 8 or season... When was that?
That will most likely be by the end of season 8.
Right, okay.
Yeah, season 8. Yeah, definitely season 8, because season 9 is all about the wedding, so season 8, yeah.
Yeah, because it feels like they were really trying to do... I mean, first of all, over the course of the show, I feel like Robin gets more and more... Not necessarily selfish, but yeah, I guess entitled is the right way to put it, because I feel like they were trying to do like an Office Michael and Toby relationship with that. But with Toby, it's funny because he literally doesn't do anything wrong, but he's also very sad. Whereas Patrice, she's just genuinely being a good person, and Robin just keeps shouting at her for no reason.
Yeah.
If I don't know, it feels like they were trying to do that, but it wasn't as good.
Yeah, that is the problem with sitcoms. The longer it runs, not only does it run stale on like new stories or interesting stories and subplots, But also, the longer it runs, the more asshole the characters become, because that's the only way to make situational comedy.
Yeah.
Have assholes, and that's why it's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is like perfect, because they're assholes from the beginning and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right?
And like that's a show that also started in 2005. And yeah, it's not
Really?
mainstream, but that's nowhere near as problematic as this.
All right. Favorite running jokes that you have at all? Are you thinking?
You're gonna have to say yours because I can't think of one.
I think it's the fact that Robin Scherbatsky was Robin Sparkles. That's a quite funny joke.
Oh yeah, does that count as a
anytime,
running gag though?
I think so.
Yeah, well, get that one then, I guess. Yeah.
I believe so. Yeah, I mean the slap bed is a running gag. What else does count as a running gag in here? Well, I cannot think of one. I'm pretty sure I remember watching Watch Mojo. Watch Mojo.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they made a top 10s running gags of How I Met Your Mother, but I can only remember like 3 right now. I can only remember 2. Oh well, the doppelgangers. That's kind of a running gag as well.
Yeah, it's not funny though. I honestly can't think of any. I could name like 10 for Always Sunny.
I gotta see that show, man. Like, hopefully it comes to Disney Plus because it's on Hulu in America. Oh well, the sandwiches. Yeah, anytime they will get high, he will say, "We were in a sandwich."
Yeah, it's not funny though. Oh, the major thing. That one.
I was thinking about that one, but like, is that funny?
It is in the fact that it's not funny.
Yeah, it's like their running joke. Their specific running joke. Like,
yeah, it's cute more than funny.
Yeah, I guess so.
God, 9 seasons and we can't think of any good running gags.
Yeah, that's really odd, to be honest.
Fuck, I'm honestly stumped.
So am I. So am I. Yeah, let's move on from this because this looks bad for us, I guess. I don't know. Is there anything else we could talk about? Like,
Alison Hannigan is terrible. She can't
Alison
act.
Hannigan.
Lily.
Is that Lily?
Yeah. She cannot act.
What do you mean she cannot act? She cries, and I believe when she cries, she's emotional.
She's terrible. Her facial expressions are so mechanical, and every time she says something, it just sounds like it's her first time saying it.
Wow.
Like, she's awful.
Hardest
like, because I remember watching what was it, Flora and Ulysses, that Ben Schwartz superhero squirrel movie on Disney Plus.
She's in it?
Yeah, and I remember I watched it with my little brother, and I remember thinking like, God, she's not good in this. And rewatching How I Met Your Mother, she's not good. She's not a good actor.
I wasn't expecting this. Hot take. Huh.
And it's just weird because she was also in Buffy, another insanely popular TV show. You would think that being on 2 long-running TV shows, you would learn to act.
Well, that's your opinion. Honestly, I have never thought that. I never... because for a sitcom, it's, campiness. You have to be campy, you have to be exaggerated.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not expecting a naturalistic performance.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm just saying,
but still,
I don't buy her. Like, I buy Jason Segel.
You don't buy her that she loves Marshall?
No.
You don't buy their love?
She's too horny all the time.
She's too horny all the
time. She wants to fuck Robin so bad.
That is a running gag. How she wants to fuck her so bad. But once she gets opportunity... Yeah, once she gets opportunity, she's like, no, I'm good.
I guess you could say the cast's real-life spouses showing up is technically a running gag, but not really.
Wait, what? I don't think it's a running gag, but I didn't know that. Who are you talking about?
Well, because Scooter, Lily's high school boyfriend...
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
...is NPH's husband.
That's the husband?
One who was like... I can't remember, but I know there was definitely more than just one.
All right. Yeah, I think we're done. Like, there's nothing else to say.
Yeah.
It was problematic. It ran for too long.
Yeah, if you experience gender dysphoria, I reckon don't watch this show. If you're a lesbian, I reckon don't watch this show. If you're watching this and it's not 2005, don't watch this show.
Oh, so the only way you can watch the show is time traveling for real?
If you're I reckon just don't watch the show.
Wow.
Watch the
That's
first
how bad.
2 seasons. There's one good episode I remember from season 3, and it was like episode 18, which was spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, that one. Why do you like that one so much?
Because like it's all people just pointing out very small minor like pet peeves about one another. And I don't know, just by the end they're all doing these insane minor little flaws, and like the glass breaking sound effect is funny. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. In that one, they just don't slam on trans people or lesbians, so I like that one.
Okay, when do they exactly slam on trans or lesbians?
Oh, there's so many cases.
I do remember maybe once, but when else?
The whole Barney finding lesbians hot, that's just sexualization of lesbians, and if they're not being sexualized, then they're masculine and not attractive. What else? Oh, but the main one I remember is like, I think it was Blah Blah actually. Ted is with his new. Actually, it might have been spoiler alert. Actually, I think it was spoiler alert.
Oh my god.
Ted, like, she's too chatty.
Yeah, that's spoiler alert.
Yeah, and Ted leaves for a second, and they're all like, when you left she did something terrible, and they're like, and Ted is like, oh god, what is it? And they're like, we won't tell you because then your perception of her is ruined. And one of the things he's like, oh god, I hope it's really not this, is she's just like, oh, is he going to the urinal? Yeah, I remember what that was. I remember what that was like, using those when I used to have a penis. And it's like the fact that that's the most horrible thing she could have done. There's loads of it, but that's like the main one I remember.
Are you saying there's also queer phobia? Because there's literally kind of like a recurring character that's gay and has even a husband and a kid.
Yeah, Wayne Brady. I don't know why I said it like that. He's a funny guy.
Yeah, he is.
No, the treatment of gay men is fine. It's just everything else. I'm sure there is something, but I don't know, there's so much of it that it just kind of blurs together. From what I've seen, they never say anything, like, they never do like a stereotypical like gay guy joke with Wayne Brady's character, but they do a lot of the time. They'll always say stuff like, oh, Ted has a vagina, or Lily, you're married to a girl, for like doing the tiniest thing that strays away from gender norms.
I mean, I did grow up in that culture, so I never thought it as problematic. It has only been in the spotlight as problematic in the last decade. You know? Yeah. So I guess if I see it now, I will notice those things.
Anyway, so next segment.
Yeah, next segment. No. Let me do that again. So today we're not doing Throwdown because it will take a lot more time. We were not feeling like doing that shit. Therefore, we're left with cinematic core. Wait, shit. Damn.
Cinema Court Case Corner? Was that it?
I have it written down. Wait, give me a second, because yeah, I do have it written down. But
well, anyway, there's 4 C's. This stupid segment came up from a stupid riff I had, where I was like, you came up with the name, and I was like, oh, it's like the bomb. And so pretty much, imagine we're stuck in a court case and we're taken hostage by terrorists. And they've planted C4, and unless we come to an agreement on this thing, we blow up and die.
And right, only us, right? But like people who are in the case, because there's people in the court case, you know.
What's the debate we have to settle today then?
Debate. The debate is, out of all the characters in this show that we just talked about for like over an hour, but you will just hear like 15 minutes most likely of us talking about it. Yeah, an hour down to 15 minutes. I was just wondering, who do you think will make a better friend?
In the show,
in the show
who is
will make a
who
better
is
friend.
the best or who is the better friend, because I wouldn't be friends with any of these people personally.
All right, well, yeah.
Your person is?
Barney. And your
Yeah.
person is...
I chose Ted.
All right.
I'll set a 4-minute timer.
Yeah.
We'll set our stall first, and then hopefully come to an agreement. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, my case for Barney is... You remember when Marshall and Lily broke up and we were all sad about it? Mostly you. You said I was sad. Who was the one... Yeah. Who was the one who flew... Like, he went out of his way, flew where she was, gave her a plane ticket to go back to New York because he knew, deep down, even though he doesn't believe in love, that they were in love.
Yeah, and
That was
also
Barney.
when he also like dresses up in a whole bunch of disguises because he wants them to have a kid as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They care. He cares about them. Thank you for giving that argument as well.
And yeah, no, I agree with you. All right, there we go. We did the thing. No. But the thing is with Barney, yeah, he does those incredibly kind things, and I think in a way he is the better friend because Ted is a dick.
Yeah, but what then?
But
you
Barney doesn't show it. He does these things in secret, and yes, a lot of the time they do find out, but he doesn't show the affection and love for his friends, which I feel like, I know I said earlier I wouldn't be friends with any of these people, but if I wouldn't want a friend that puts on a facade as if they hate me or don't care about me, I would, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I don't think he puts a facade whatsoever. Like, he goes around as he doesn't care about things in general, but he hangs out with them every day. Therefore, they are aware that he cares about them. Or every time calling Ted to be like, oh, hey, let's hang out. I love you, bro. Every time he says, I'm Ted's best friend, he always fights with Marshall about that. He does show that he cares mostly to Ted.
And also, it's very fucked up that Ted is always like, no, fuck you, Barney, it's Marshall.
I mean, yeah, it is. Which you're still, again, you're arguing for
but
me.
That was my main argument, is that at least Ted shows it. And then the biggest thing for me is that if you are friends with Barney, you automatically lose all of your other friends.
Ted didn't lose his friends.
No, okay. Every time
you
you introduce Barney to another friend, you'd have to be like, yeah, he's literally the scum of the earth. He has raped loads of women. He fetishizes lesbians, but he did buy me a plane ticket one time, so I guess he's all right.
No, well, he's not. It's not the only thing he has done. He gave a job to Ted himself, his first building as an architect. Also, Marshall when he was in debt because of Lily, and only twice he got him a job at his place.
I'm just saying that a real person wouldn't be able to handle the guilt of being friends with him.
This is we have 30 seconds. I'm sorry, but I think Barney is a better friend.
No, I think he is the better friend as well.
So,
but he's a worse person. And
yeah, but that's not a fucking argument.
No, it is. So you're telling me you would be friends with a rapist?
Okay, oh, fuck off. Fine, you win. God damn it, nobody dies today.
Alright, well, cool. No one died, other than Ted, but that was unrelated. Leading into the next segment, then.
Basically, Trivia Trap is where one of us, asks the other one some trivia questions that that person has gotten organically. We're not going out of our way to look up trivia questions. We just have some info and we ask it. And if the person loses, they get to watch a shitty movie or just whatever it is that the person who wins wants. Yeah.
What should we call it? Like, the question master will decide a punishment for the loser. But the thing is, the loser could also be the question master. If the person answers the questions right, then the question master has to watch a shitty film instead. What was it? Like, if you don't get 2 right, but like as long as you get the 4th one, you win it all?
Yeah, here's the thing. We kind of play easy with the rules. As long as you get 50% right, maybe. I think that's how we've been doing lately. Or
it doesn't matter.
Did I win once by just answering the final question correctly? I think I have.
Yeah.
Actually,
you got to review what you watched as a punishment.
Actually, I'll be honest with you, because you let me know that we're gonna record today at almost the last minute. I did not watch it. I was gonna watch it. Yeah, I will review it next episode because I definitely will watch it. It's not that much. It's only 15 minutes.
Okay. Well, this isn't gonna go out until Tuesday, so you could always just quickly record something, and I could splice it in, and no one would know.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. Anyways, so I decided to break the rules, and I'm not doing 4 questions because the last 2 trivia traps you have won. You have beaten me.
Yeah, I was quite cruel last episode.
Yeah, I am coming back to you, fucker. I have 10 questions. If you get half of them right, you win.
Okay. Are they...
That's basically it. It's How I Met Your Mother related questions.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna lose.
Question 1. Has Chris Miller and Phil Lord ever written/directed an How I Met Your Mother episode?
Yeah, they have.
Cool, you got it. Question number 2. What was the content of the Slutty Pumpkins drink? Or the name of it. If you get any of those right, you get a point.
Yeah, I do remember that. Was it root beer and punch?
You got one right. It was root beer.
Root beer and the blood of Ted.
Yes, you are right. No, you fuck off. All right, number 3.
What was it?
Why? Oh yeah, sorry. Kahlua and root beer. Root beer.
What was the name? What was the name of the drink?
Tootsie Roll, because it tasted like a Tootsie Roll.
Oh, right.
Why does Ted always wait for the Slutty Pumpkin on Halloween?
I feel like you should have made this like a 2-parter, like 2A and 2B. Oh no, it's because like they like really bonded one night, and he thinks that she could be the one.
Yes, but
what?
He got her number,
and then he never called her because he lost it.
And how did he lose it?
I don't know.
She brought it in a Kit Kat bar, and then Marshall just gave it to a trick-or-treater.
Oh, right.
Number 4. What other Marvel actor, besides Kobe Smulders, who is Robin in the show and a S.H.I.E.L.D. agent in the MCU, makes an appearance within the first seasons?
Okay, well, first seasons, how many are we talking? Like, first 3? First half?
Alright, I'll be nice with you, because maybe I'm going too hard. It's the first season.
Oh, okay. You know, I feel like it's gonna be some, like, really dodgy shit, like Alison Hannigan was, like,
no,
did, like, a voiceover for Avengers or something.
No, it's not, not like that. How will I know that?
No, yeah, I don't know.
Alright, it's John Bernthal.
But anyway, next question. What is it?
Who was the voice for older Ted Mosby?
Oh, Bob Saget.
Good. Alright, next question. The creators had a character in mind as the backup mother if they were cancelled abruptly.
I do remember that. I do remember hearing about that. Fuck, I do remember hearing about this. I don't know.
It was Victoria.
It was Victoria?
It was her, yes.
Yeah, it should have been her, really.
Alright, number 7. Every character has at least one sibling, minus 1. Who doesn't?
It's Lily, isn't it?
Yes. Number 8. What's Ted's middle name?
They've definitely said this in the show. It's like...
Yes.
Isn't it George?
That's what... No, it's not.
Or Thomas?
No.
I don't know then.
Ted Evelyn Mosby.
Oh, yeah. Right.
What's Barney's job?
No one knows.
No, actually, there's an answer for this one. But it's funny. It is funny. I was like, it was supposed to be a joke because nobody knows, supposedly. But there is an answer for this one, actually.
I know, bank stuff.
Bank stuff. Nah, it's actually one word.
Whatever he did in The Matrix.
Wait, did you end up watching that movie? I was going to ask you about that.
I fell asleep watching it.
All right. Well, the answer was please.
What?
Please.
Please?
Yeah, anytime any character will ask him, oh, what's your job? He will say, please. His answer will be that. But like he said it sarcastically, it's like, oh, please. And like, no, thank you. But later on, actually, we'll learn that his job, it is called please. And it's, right now I'm blanking on how to say it in English.
Department?
No, not department. No. Like, when you have a word that has, like, SHIELD. SHIELD is secret or blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
or
acronym.
Like CIA. Yeah, the acronym.
Yeah.
There you go. Please is an acronym for an actually thing. But as long as you said please, that will have been correct.
Right, alright.
And last but not least, and I actually don't know how you are going, and I will count it
I
later.
have 3.
Who said the following quote? You order pancakes and you get waffles. That's good enough.
Is that the full quote?
It's from the main cast. That is the quote, yeah.
Marshall.
Nope.
Oh.
Ted.
Ted? Alright.
Ted. Yeah. Alright. So you got number 1 right.
I got 3.
So yeah, you got 3 out of 10.
Sick.
I think that's pretty poorly. Alright. Oh fuck, I actually did not think of how to punish you.
Just make me watch the show again instead of Succession.
Nah, that would be too mean of me. Is there a way you could get your hands on How I Met Your Father?
That comes out May 18th.
Alright, perfect. Yeah, then
People are saying it's really bad.
Yeah, that's
But
why.
I
That's
feel
why.
like- I feel like it's
that's why I'm
only
putting you as a
bad.
punishment.
But no, that's the thing. I feel like the people who are saying it's bad are people who have watched How I Met Your Mother and are just automatically not going to like it because it's not How I Met Your Mother.
Right. Well, the only person I've heard saying it was bad, it was this guy in this podcast I listened to. And he was saying that has nothing new to say. Like, it's too safe. They're playing too safe that it's just not funny whatsoever.
Right.
It's quite basic. Then I'll use you to filter if it's not good enough for me to even check it out.
Wow, thanks.
I know.
Like, there's some people in it who aren't that bad. It can't be that bad. All right, then.
All right. Yeah. Watch the whole season and let me know.
All right. Well, that's the episode. I have been Casey,
and Joe.
You can find us elsewhere. I have a YouTube -KC. I have a letterboxed -KC. I have a backlogged -KC.
I only have a letterbox. Peli Pizza.
Yeah. That's all of it. I guess.